RauschGames!
Hello, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to you live in front of 12,700-ish fans here in Providence, Rhode Island, at Dunkin' Donuts Center. This is Monday Night Raw. This is our first Monday Night Raw in the month of May 2K14, and that means last night was our first big-time pay-per-view here in WWE. We had our Extreme Rules pay-per-view from Seattle, Washington. If you missed it, there will be a link to it in the description here. Lots of big things in the company changed. We have two new world champions on SmackDown. Alberto Del Rio, he lost to Andre the Giant in an Extreme Rules match, and Andre is now the World Heavyweight Champion. And here on Raw, in their one-fall match for the main event, we had John Cena losing to Dolph Ziggler, your new WWE Champion. He will be making an appearance tonight. We do have a 5-match card this evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're kicking off here with Rey Mysterio taking on Eddie Guerrero. Mysterio off the ropes there, but he misses. This will be a fun match between two fan favorites. This is a one-fall. Our second match this evening will have a triple threat. Big E Langston will be taking on Jake the Snake Roberts. Will be taking on Bruno Sammartino. Now, if those names sound weird to you in this universe, there's a very specific reason for that. Last night at the pay-per-view, in our next-to-last match, Macho Man took on Sergeant Slaughter, and it was a very well-received match in the WWE Universe. No frills about it, but it was classic, it was old school, and Vince McMahon, stuck in the time warp that he is, celebrating holidays out of sequence and all of that, decided that it was time to see how many other old-school WWF legends he could bring back into the fold. So as soon as the pay-per-view went off the air, it was announced that 5 were signed to WWE Universe contracts. Jake the Snake Roberts and Bruno Sammartino were added to the Raw roster. We had Dusty Rhodes and Virgil added to the SmackDown roster. And then we had Ravishing Rick Rude added to the NXT roster. Now, of course, going by the rules and metrics involved in this universe mode as monitored by the McMahon family and their private shady arbiters, that these moves put us over the limit on both the Raw and SmackDown rosters in terms of size and number of members. So some changes had to be made, and after the pay-per-view, the metrics kind of made some pretty rough choices. On Raw, Antonio Cesaro and Ric Flair were both sent down to NXT to make room for Jake the Snake Roberts and Bruno Sammartino. On SmackDown, even more surprising names here. Kofi Kingston, spending all month feuding with Edge, but losing a lot. And, most surprisingly of all, and quite possibly negating any chance at a rematch clause, former World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio, based on last month's performance, losing every match he had against Andre the Giant en route to losing the belt at the pay-per-view, Alberto Del Rio has been sent to NXT. The World Heavyweight Championship will be completely up for grabs this month on SmackDown, and it's interesting to see what's going to happen over there. There's a 2 count that Rey Mysterio gets out of. So those members were sent to NXT. That left our Raw and SmackDown rosters at 30 members each, respectively, and it made, with those moves and the signing of Ravishing Rick Rude, the NXT roster is exactly at 30 members. Each of the 3 WWE rosters is now at its cap. Any signings, any other changes will now result in releases to the independent roster. So, keep that in mind as we move forward. 1, 2, Rey Mysterio kicks out. After that triple threat match, we will have 3 one-fall matches. We've got The Undertaker taking on Wade Barrett this evening. We've got Dolph Ziggler versus Sergeant Slaughter. And we'll tell you a little bit more about the main event later on tonight, guys. We want to keep your focused on this one, though. These two fan favorites putting on a pretty good match so far here. And Eddie Guerrero, nice submission locked in on Rey Mysterio. If he gets it, if he holds it here, Rey's got to tap out. He's nowhere near the ropes, ladies and gentlemen. But Guerrero does lose his grip. Guerrero has sort of taken control in the last few minutes while I was going over the fallout of the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. So many good matches. Such a good time putting that show on. Seriously, if you have not seen it yet, check out the link in the description. It tied up last month's stories. Oh, and there's Eddie Guerrero getting his 3 count over Rey Mysterio as I spend the entire match talking about everything except the match. That was our opener here from Providence, Rhode Island. Eddie Guerrero, who lost last night in a triple threat match for the United States Championship, coming out here on Raw and proving that the loss isn't going to stand in his way. He is indeed going to get right back in the fold. And Rey Mysterio, unfortunately, has to lose to let Guerrero prove his point. But either way, the fans here in Rhode Island are happy. 2 of their favorites in the ring, putting on a good show to open us up. We're going to come right back with that triple threat match, and we will reintroduce you all to who Jake the Snake Roberts and Bruno Sammartino are. We'll be right back, guys. And we are back, Providence, Rhode Island. The Dunkin' Donuts Center. Here's 12,700 fans. Smaller Raw show for sure. Triple threat match underway here. 2 brand new Raw signings. Old school WWF legends. Bruno Sammartino, the longest tenured WWE champion of all time. Jake the Snake Roberts, the greatest ring psychologist of all time. And Big E Langston, who so far in this universe mode has beaten Mick Foley. Here's Big E with a shoulder tackle, but he's immediately with a huge back body drop from Jake the Snake Roberts. And Langston misses a punch. He's going after Bruno. The 2 big men are going after each other, and Jake the Snake is just doing his thing with the psychology on the other side of the ring. As we mentioned, these 2 were among 5 old school legends signed by Vince McMahon immediately after Extreme Rules went off the air last night. They shook up the roster quite a bit here on Raw. Both Antonio Cesaro and Ric Flair were removed from the roster and demoted to NXT. Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, sent down to NXT. Just think about that. Now, obviously, they're hoping that his veteran leadership can help the youth down there, but you have to think that a lot of it is caused by his performance in the ring up here on the Raw roster last month in April. This month in May, heading into Over the Limit, Vince McMahon wants to make sure that he's got some dynamic matches leading the charge. Big knee to the face there from Jake the Snake to Bruno Sammartino. And now, double Russian leg sweep from Jake and Big E Langston to Bruno. Bruno, though, reversing up with a punch. And now he's got Jake in a side headlock. And now, double punch to the face from Big E and Bruno to Jake. But Jake reverses out. And now, with Big E Langston in a side headlock, there's a big knee lift to the face of Big E Langston. And now Jake the Snake twisting the arm of Sammartino around. And he's got his head. That's the Jake the Snake DDT. He is the man that perfected that maneuver, ladies and gentlemen. It's amazing to see it from the father of it. And now he's going to go for a pin on Bruno. 1. Oh, just barely a 1 count, though. And Sammartino does indeed kick out. And now the Snake throws Bruno Sammartino out of the ring. Bruno is apparently busted open. We've got some sort of bodily fluid on the ring. This match will not be counted out. Triple threat rules are applying here. You cannot have a disqualification victory with 3 men in the ring, but falls must occur inside the ring. Now Big E with a side headlock to Jake the Snake Roberts. And he throws him across the floor into the barricade, chasing him down. Huge punch to the chest from Big E Langston. Now just wailing on the face of Jake the Snake Roberts right up against the crowd. The Daniel Bryan and Zack Ryder fans in the front were not very impressed by that sequence. And now Jake the Snake and Big E still up along the barricade. Bruno just kind of hanging back. But now he and Big E together, both lifting Jake up. Double rib breaker over their knees. And then a knee to the back from Bruno Sammartino. Jake the Snake is now down. He's trying to get to his feet, but Bruno is all over him, slamming him into the ring post, and Big E follows right up with a shoulder tackle. Unbelievable impact there. Jake the Snake feeling it from the two of the biggest guys in the Federation right now. I mean, these are super heavyweights, and then you got a guy with a snake in a bag, which sounds like a euphemism. Now Big E thrown into the ring. Jake the Snake behind Bruno Sammartino. Big time inverted side slam there from the Snake to Sammartino. Sammartino with a punch to the gut. But now Big E running in and taking care of Bruno. The greatest WWE champion of all time being thrown into the wall by Big E. But now Big E busted open with a chair shot from Jake. And Jake leveled with a shoulder tackle from Bruno. Big E Langston is dead. No, he's up on his feet. He no-sold it pretty well despite the blood on his face. We've got both Bruno Sammartino and Big E Langston hurt here with cuts to the face. And they're both back up in the ring. Jake the Snake flies up after him. And now Jake the Snake working on Bruno Sammartino. Inverted backbreaker over the knee there. And now Big E Langston into a drop toe hold, reversing Jake the Snake Roberts down. Big E easily the youngest here in the ring by far. We'll ignore the fact that Bruno Sammartino is in his 70s today. And that Jake the Snake Roberts had a crippling narcotics addiction throughout most of the last decade. It's alright, though. It's alright. This is fantasy. This is my universe mode, ladies and gentlemen. We've still got 3 more matches coming up after this. We're going to have The Undertaker and Wade Barrett. We're going to have new WWE Champion Dolph Ziggler and Sergeant Slaughter. And our main event that I alluded to earlier, we're going to have Dean Ambrose taking on the Macho Man. It's going to be a good time. Macho beat Sergeant Slaughter last night. Dean Ambrose defended his United States Championship against both JBL and Eddie Guerrero in a triple threat falls count anywhere match. Great match. And now Jake is once again out of the ring. And another big back body drop to Big E Langston. Unbelievable strength from Jake the Snake. Twisting the arm. Big torque clothesline there. And now he's got a waist hold on Bruno. He throws Bruno back up into the ring. And there's a big time elbow to the forehead from Jake the Snake Roberts. And he twists the arm around. And a big DDT to Big E Langston. He goes for the pin, but Bruno's up 1. And Bruno does indeed break up the cover, ladies and gentlemen. And another big back body drop from Jake the Snake. This time to Sammartino, throwing him across the ring. And that's going to be a side backbreaker from Jake the Snake. But Big E punches his way out of the grapple there. And a big modified STO from the power lifter. He's fired up. That is one man I don't want to see when he gets passionate about hurting other people. And now Bruno with a full Nelson, locked in on Big E. Jake the Snake is groggy. He can't see what's going on. Oh, but he gets there in time. And Big E actually breaks his way out of the hold. Twisting the arm around to Jake the Snake now. Big time belly-to-belly side slam. Bruno Sammartino is dazed, but there we go. A knee to the chest, a kick to the chest, and another to Big E Langston, sending him down to the mat. Jake the Snake is down on the mat. Bruno going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Bruno Sammartino wins a triple threat match against Jake the Snake Roberts and Big E Langston. Pure strength at the end there. Jake the Snake was taken out at the end. Big E versus Bruno Sammartino, 2 of the most muscle-bound men in this company on the finish there. And it came down to a full Nelson and then a series of kicks, and Bruno took the win. Jake was easily the most vicious in the ring here. Chair shots. He cut open both Big E and Bruno Sammartino. There is blood in the ring we're going to have to deal with during this next commercial break. But either way, Bruno Sammartino wins his re-debut here in the WWE Universe, beating 2 of some of the stronger competitors in this company for sure. And there he is celebrating in the ring. He's going to get that blood cleaned up. We are going to come right back, guys. We'll see you in a minute for Undertaker and Wade Barrett. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, our third match of the evening here from Providence, Rhode Island, the Dunkin' Donuts Center. 12,700 fans joining us for the night after Extreme Rules. This is The Undertaker versus Wade Barrett, and they are competing in a submission match. This is very obviously going to favor the dead man here, a man who very recently has popularized a submission hold known as the Hell's Gate, whereas Wade Barrett, his opponent, is a bare-knuckle boxer that yells "Brrr" a lot, and that's pretty much it. I don't see Wade Barrett getting a win here in a submission match, but I guess anything is possible. The Undertaker just looks like he is going to completely destroy. There's a huge back body drop from the Phenom to Barrett, and Taker now from behind on Wade Barrett. Big twisting back suplex down on the back of the head. Wade Barrett already feeling a bit concussed. And another big back suplex from The Undertaker to Wade Barrett here. Looks like Barrett is not going to have any shot here at all. And another back body drop from the Phenom. And now from behind, a big overhead club. But Barrett goes into a headlock, and now he's got his own back suplex to The Undertaker. Trading amateur wrestling maneuvers back and forth. And Barrett now with those bare knuckles, but Undertaker blocks a punch and comes back with one of his own. Twisting the arm around. Now the head, and a club across the face of Wade Barrett, sending him down to the mat. And now Undertaker with elbows to the shoulder, working over the head region of Wade Barrett in general. And now he's going to take Barrett and throw him into the turnbuckle. Oh, but Wade Barrett reversing. And big boot across the face of Undertaker. Barrett now picks him up. Working from behind on the Phenom. We've seen The Undertaker in one match here in our Universe mode so far. He won a tag team match with his partner Mick Foley against Brock Lesnar and Batista several weeks ago on Raw. Oh, now there's The Undertaker, and he's putting Wade Barrett up on top. And hand across the throat. Barrett's up on the top rope. And a huge choke slam from the top from the Phenom to Wade Barrett. And now he's got his arm twisted around. And he's got the submission locked in. He's got that dragon sleeper, ladies and gentlemen. But Barrett breaks his way out of the hold, and the match continues on. Remember, this is a submission match. No pinfalls apply. Submissions will only end the fight, ladies and gentlemen. This is big. Wade Barrett needs to find a way out. There's a huge guillotine neckbreaker from the dead man. And now more elbows to the shoulders. He's going to keep working on the head of Wade Barrett as much as humanly possible. But now Barrett pushing him off. And now Undertaker going into a side headlock. Barrett twisting out into a Russian leg sweep. Nice reversal from the Barrett Barrage. Not bad news, Barrett. In this particular universe mode, he does wrestle. He is an active competitor. He has no podium, and he does not demand decorum. And now he's going to take Undertaker, throwing him into the turnbuckle. Spins him around to face him. And now going off the turnbuckle, throws him across the ring, into the other. Misses a punch, and there's Undertaker with a knee reversing out, throwing Barrett in. And now punch to the face, and Undertaker is just working him over in the corner, working on the rebound every time. And now a kick into the chest, and he's laying his knee across the face of Wade Barrett there, just laying all of his weight down. Now Undertaker lifts Barrett up, and there's a choke slam applied, ladies and gentlemen. He has him up. Big time choke slam to Wade Barrett. And now the Undertaker, he's got Hell's Gate locked in. He's got Hell's Gate locked in, ladies and gentlemen. Wade Barrett can't reach the ropes from here. He can't quite get there, ladies and gentlemen. This might be the end of the match. This is a submission match. This is all it's going to take, and Taker's got the Hell's Gate applied. And Barrett looks like he is slowly dying in there, but he actually does find his way out of it. He's going to be in a lot of pain for the rest of this match, but he does indeed find the strength within to continue on and go into a belly-to-belly side slam there on The Undertaker. But now Taker gets up, lifting the legs of Barrett out from under him, and there's a kick to the hamstring of Wade Barrett. Take his mobility away, just egging him on, and Barrett is down and can't do anything. From behind now, and another big back suplex from The Undertaker. Right down on the head of Wade Barrett. And one more back body drop. For posterity's sake, Undertaker in complete control, but there's an eye rake and a punch to the gut from Barrett. Now Barrett, with a series of punches, has Taker groggy in the corner, and he throws him off with a huge feat of strength there. But Undertaker is up and now has the arm of Wade Barrett. Barrett counters with his own arm twist into a shoulder block, and Taker is down, taking all that to the chest. Punches to the face now from Wade Barrett. Undertaker lying on the mat. But he gets up with a big punch to the chest and runs at Barrett. Barrett reversing into a sit-out spine buster. Did not see that coming. And now Barrett lifting The Undertaker up. Winds of change. Winds of change, and The Undertaker is down. His back's got to be on fire after that. And Barrett rolls him over, but The Undertaker is up. And there's a big-time bullhammer from Wade Barrett. Undertaker is rolled over. And now Barrett has him in the camel clutch. And Undertaker's got nowhere to go. He's trying to crawl all the way across the ring with Barrett on his back. But Barrett actually loses his grip and has to let go of the hold. And now Undertaker is up, twisting the arm of Wade Barrett around. One more twist for good measure, and an elbow to the shoulder there. And now he's got Barrett up, and there's a backbreaker over his extended knee. And now the Undertaker signaling that this is the end indeed of Wade Barrett. But Barrett is up. They're trading punches back and forth. Barrett into a side headlock. Misses the bionic elbow there. Twisting the arm around is The Undertaker. And now Taker has Barrett. He's going to throw him up into the turnbuckle. Ref has to get out of the way. And now Undertaker. Barrett's face into the turnbuckle pad up top. But Barrett with a knee to the gut. And Undertaker is now groggy. Barrett's got him in a pump handle. And he has him up over his shoulder. Huge pump handle power slam there from Wade Barrett to The Undertaker. And there's a big knee to the face, and Taker looks like he is down. He was in complete control of this match moments ago, but there's a rope break out of that second camel clutch from Wade Barrett. Both men are hurting now. Wade Barrett putting up an unbelievable fight in a very unfair fight for his style. Oh, and Undertaker, huge powerbomb from Wade Barrett. Taker has got to be hurting. So much of this match has been focused on his back, and he is old. He is not in good shape anymore. There's another camel clutch applied, and Taker is crawling across the ring. The ref is blocking him from the rope, and Barrett has to let up. Pardon the sniffle, I'm still very sinusy. And now Barrett on the ropes with the Undertaker, has him threaded through with knees to the face there. It's like they're playing on the swings on the playground. And Barrett backs off, runs at him, huge big boot. And the Undertaker is rolled out of the ring by Wade Barrett. Nice second rope attack there. Undertaker is down on the floor of the arena. We have another camel clutch locked in, ladies and gentlemen. But the holds, the falls do not apply outside of the ring. Wade Barrett has to get Taker back inside, and he does. And Taker, his age here, definitely taking hold. But he's up, and he grabs the arm of Wade Barrett around. And there he slams down on the shoulder one more time. And he's got him up on the side. And another big backbreaker from The Undertaker to Wade Barrett. And there's a huge leg drop from The Undertaker. He looks like he's coming back in this match. But there is Barrett up, and Undertaker runs across the ring, but there's a big-time sit-out spinebuster again from Wade Barrett. And now Barrett just daring Undertaker to get up. He's got that bull hammer. He's got it ready. He spins Undertaker around, whips him off, big-time bull hammer. And the Undertaker looks like he's been knocked out cold, but he reverses out. And he's up on his feet, and a big running DDT to Wade Barrett. And now it's The Undertaker who's up, and The Undertaker who looks in control. And he crosses his throat. And now he heads over to the legs of Wade Barrett. And he's got Barrett in a side headlock. He's got him up. Big time back suplex from The Undertaker. And Barrett is down again. And The Undertaker, one more time. We've got Hell's Gate. We've got Hell's Gate applied, ladies and gentlemen. And that's it. Wade Barrett taps out. Out of nowhere, The Undertaker comes back and gets the submission win over Wade Barrett in an insane match. We thought that Undertaker was going to win this in 3 minutes flat, and Wade Barrett really fought back. Despite not having a strong submission arsenal, he really adapted the Iron Sheik's camel clutch and used it several times and almost got the win over Undertaker. Taker was tapping out outside of the ring, but the falls do not apply there. Barrett probably not going to feel great about this loss here, but he put up an incredible fight against somebody who has made a career out of making people tap out over the past at least a decade. He's had that Hell's Gate. Incredible match. Great match for both of them. I hope we see something like this soon again. But here's The Undertaker after the match celebrating. We've got 2 more to get through tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to come right back for our new WWE Champion Dolph Ziggler taking on Sergeant Slaughter. You don't want to miss that, guys. We'll be right back. And here is Sergeant Slaughter, Dolph Ziggler's opponent this evening. But wait, he's bringing someone else out in place of him. And that's John Cena, your very recent former WWE Champion. This match is switching around on the fly. Well, as we just saw, this is our 4th match here. It was originally set to be Dolph Ziggler, the new WWE Champion, taking on Sergeant Slaughter, who lost to the Macho Man in the penultimate match last night at Extreme Rules. But Slaughter came out, tapped on his head like he knew, I have a better idea. And John Cena, the former champion, came out to get immediate revenge on Dolph Ziggler. It was a clean fight, though. There were no Extreme Rules. Vince McMahon changed the stipulation of the match just before the event went live, and it was pretty disappointing for some, but that meant that John Cena lost via Dolph Ziggler's sleeper hold. John Cena, not a man that taps out very often. So you got to feel like he's fired up for this match, and there he goes with body slams into Dolph Ziggler, going right into this. This is a legally sanctioned match between Dolph Ziggler and John Cena. The official here at ringside made it legal as soon as Sergeant Slaughter came out, for whatever reason. And now Ziggler with Cena off the ropes. Huge power slam there from the WWE Champion Dolph Ziggler. Just let that roll off your tongue. It sounds great. There's a shoulder breaker from Ziggler to Cena. And now Ziggler under with an inverted fireman's carry. Now working from behind on Cena. He's got his head under his arm, and a big twisting back suplex sending Cena down. And Ziggler letting the Rhode Island crowd know how happy he is to be their champion. Whether or not they like him yet, they are still cheering for John Cena here, ladies and gentlemen. They want that belt back around his waist, for whatever ungodly reason. And there's Cena up with punches. Ziggler blocks out, though. Cena blocks out. Now working from behind. Side headlock applied. And Cena going to throw Ziggler across the ring into the turnbuckle. Walking after him, but Ziggler throws him in and puts him up top. And now Ziggler going up after him, punch to the face. We're going to have something huge set up here, ladies and gentlemen. From up top, both men, big time superplex down to the center of the ring. And Ziggler has Cena right where he wants him yet again. It's how he won the title last night, and it's how he won the last few matches in the month of April. And now it's May. We have not heard anything yet about the title status heading into Over the Limit this month. Who will be fighting Dolph Ziggler for the championship, whether or not John Cena will be invoking a rematch clause, whether or not he had one, whether or not the contract he signed on Superstars last week negated a rematch clause. We have to hear the official word from Vince McMahon whenever he is willing to tell us that word. But there's Ziggler with his patented headstand headlock applied. And he's going to go for one more. Why not show off while the spotlight is on you in the fourth match here from the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island. These two put on a great match at Extreme Rules last night, and we're immediately getting a rematch of it here. Some people in the crowd were looking forward to seeing Sergeant Slaughter 2 nights in a row, but instead he's going to get the rest, and now you've got John Cena out here taking on your new WWE Champion Dolph Ziggler, and Ziggler is just going to town on John Cena right now. We have seen his style of offense quite a bit over the past month, and it's very potent to say the very least. But there's a big snap suplex from John Cena, and he's going to look to work his way back into this match now. Not before Ziggler rakes him in the eyes, though. And a huge jumping DDT from Dolph Ziggler. And now Ziggles going to pick Cena up, spins him around, and a zigzag. Jumping up, hits it. Out of the blue, pin, 1, 2. Ooh, John Cena just barely kicks out, and the match does stay alive. John Cena is a very resilient fighter, we'll give him that. And there's Cena with a whip of Ziggler into the corner. Ziggler now taking a seat. Cena with the legs slamming him down to the mat. And now Ziggler escaping out of the ring and gyrating ever so seductively for the crowd. Now that we've got Rick Rude in the WWE, he's going to have a rival for that maneuver. Maybe they'll have a gyration match one night. No, I can't do that. YouTube would find that offensive. And now Cena with Ziggler going to throw him back up into the ring. And Ziggler's head is obviously hurting. Cena slides in after him, and he rolls Ziggler over and slams his arm down to the mat. And now he's lifting the champion up. And Ziggler is groggy, but Ziggler reversing into an inverted Russian leg sweep. Kind of a reverse sweep there. And Cena pushes Ziggler off. Ziggler running across the ring, though. And now he's got Cena in a side headlock. And a jumping facebuster from Ziggler to Cena. And now Ziggler has him in a camel clutch. And Cena's got a long way to crawl for the ropes. We could get a submission victory for Ziggler 2 nights in a row. But no, Cena actually stands up with him on his back. Very nice reversal from Cena. Now Ziggler has to get out of the ring to once again recuperate and let the fans know that he likes them, whether or not they like him. There's a snapmare from John Cena, and we are outside of the ring now. And Cena going to throw Ziggler back up into the ring. Nice aggressive toss there. And Cena waiting for it here. There's Ziggler stumbling to his feet. And Cena's got Ziggler up. Oh, but Ziggler gets out of it. Into a big high-angle DDT, ladies and gentlemen. And now Ziggler has Cena where he wants him. Oh, but Cena reverses out of the grapple there. And now Cena with Ziggler up on his shoulders one more time. There's the AA. There's the attitude adjustment. Cena going for the pin. 1. Oh, Ziggler kicks out after 1. And Ziggler with another sleeper hold applied to John Cena here. 2 nights in a row. This could end the match, ladies and gentlemen. And Cena is slipping. He's losing consciousness here. Right after the attitude adjustment, Ziggler goes into the sleeper hold. And Cena is putting up as much fight as he can, and he does. He breaks out. Dolph Ziggler loses his hold. John Cena fights his way out of the sleeper, something he could not do last night, and it's what allowed Ziggler to win his belt. Now Cena back on his feet. punch to the chin. And now he's got Ziggler bringing him back with a shoulder tackle, and he goes for the pin on Dolph. 1 count. Dolph Ziggler again kicks out. Now Cena working from behind. Ziggler, though, kick to the back of the leg, gets his way out. And Cena reversing into a big-time belly-to-belly side slam. What a match these two are putting on right now. And Ziggler once again has to roll out of the ring. Just can't stay inside with Cena. Side headlock from Ziggler applied here. Cena reversing. Big-time back suplex. Ziggler's head hits the apron on the way down, but Ziggler does pop right back up. Ziggler working from behind. And his own back suplex, sending Cena headfirst into the ring. That one had to hurt, ladies and gentlemen. Now Ziggler running at him. Big-time famouser on the outside. Face first into the floor of the arena goes John Cena. Dolph Ziggler fired up in the ring. And one more jumping DDT from Dolph Ziggler. And he's going to get John Cena up on his feet, ladies and gentlemen. Cena's trying, but Ziggler spins him around. And Cena with the reversal. Club to the back there. And now Cena with Ziggler up on his shoulders one more time here. There's one more attitude adjustment, and Ziggler is laid out in the ring. We've got another pin. This is at 1, 2 count, and Dolph Ziggler kicks out. That's the second attitude adjustment from John Cena in this match that he hit. And now Ziggler, big twisting back suplex to Cena. Ziggler for the pin now. 1, 2 count, and Cena kicks out. These two, unbelievable competition in the ring right now. And a big belly-to-belly suplex from John Cena to Dolph Ziggler. I can't believe how far this match has gone. Cena now going for the pin. 1, 2 count, and Ziggler kicks out again. Going back and forth on near fall after near fall. And now Ziggler in a side headlock from Cena. Cena throws him into the corner. Tracks him down. But there is Ziggler waiting for him. And now Ziggler puts Cena up top. And once again, he's going to go up after him, and he's going to set up another superplex. Can Cena get out of it? It doesn't look like it. And there's another superplex from Dolph Ziggler to John Cena. Cena is dead. 1, 2, 3. Dolph Ziggler gets it on this superplex, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to end that match. These two went back and forth. I can't believe this wasn't our main event tonight. And as much as this announcer will openly admit, despite fear of being fired for bias here, that he hates seeing John Cena all over this universe mode. He loves the matches that Cena and Ziggler have been putting on. Their styles work well together. The belt has traded hands. The kickouts in this match, the finishers back and forth. I mean, it was an old school guy's worst nightmare. And it was something straight out of the new era. But goddamn was it a nice match. And Dolph Ziggler, your WWE Champion, for the second night in a row, beats John Cena clean. And he's not happy that John Cena came out to this ring tonight. He's still proven that he's the champion. We've still got a main event to get to, guys. We will be right back. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Our true main event, big arm drag from the Macho Man to lead this off. United States Champion Dean Ambrose successfully defended his belt against both JBL and Eddie Guerrero last night at Extreme Rules. Tonight, in a non-title match, he's going to send us home from Providence, Rhode Island, taking on the Macho Man, who successfully defeated Sergeant Slaughter at the pay-per-view last night. This is kind of a match of two of the winners of last night's action, and Macho working over the gut of Dean Ambrose. A quick message after we took a commercial break just now after our fourth match, Dolph Ziggler versus John Cena. Cena left the ring very embarrassed and frustrated, and on his way out, he made sure that into the camera, for those of you at the WWE app, you saw this, he mentioned he was indeed invoking his rematch clause, and he will be taking on Dolph Ziggler for the WWE Championship at Over the Limit later this month. We've got 4 weeks to go. We've got a little ways to see if there's actually going to be a stipulation applied to the match, considering that Extreme Rules, they did not have one, which should be the stipulation pay-per-view. Oh, there's a nice dropkick from Dean Ambrose out of the corner, but Macho punches him right in the face. This is a non-title match, I must reiterate. Ambrose successfully defended it in his first appearance with the United States Championship at his defense last night at Extreme Rules, and it was a fun match to watch. Not as much fun, though, as that fourth match that we just had. Dolph Ziggler and Cena really putting it over, sending us home, and Macho Man and Ambrose have to put on a nice show to get the same reaction out of the crowd. Got an atomic drop from Macho there. Now a side headlock into a huge face buster The expression on Dean Ambrose's face into the hot camera was priceless there. There's another arm drag from the Macho Man, but now Ambrose with a punch to the gut. And Ambrose and his Shield cronies have been pretty successful so far here in this universe mode. They are the Tag Team Champions and the United States Champion, respectively. They've got a lot of the Raw gold on lock, and they're hoping to keep it that way heading through this month of May. There's another big drop kick from Ambrose, but now Macho punch to the face of the young upstart there. And one more inverted atomic drop from Macho to Ambrose. And now Savage going up top, off the top rope, punch to the junk from 9 feet in the air, ladies and gentlemen, from the Macho Man to Dean Ambrose. And now Ambrose with a side headlock applied to Macho. And he throws him into the turnbuckle, but now Macho with an elbow to the face, reversing his way out. And now he's got Ambrose in his side headlock, and he's got an arm over, and a big snap suplex from the Macho Man, Randy Savage. And now he's stomping on him while he's down. Now Savage runs at him, and a stalling neck breaker sends Ambrose down to the mat. And now Macho goes up top, and he points to the rooftop, and a huge elbow drop misses, and Ambrose rolls out of the way, all on the bone there for Macho Man, Randy Savage. And now Ambrose pointing a gun at Macho Man, and he's got him set up. And that snapmare stunner, and Macho Man is down. And Ambrose stomping on his arm. It should be mentioned, as it hasn't been yet in this match or at all in this telecast, that this is a submission match. Submission rules apply, just as with The Undertaker and Wade Barrett earlier this evening. No pinfalls. You'll see people hit their finishers. They must win via submission. So this could be a long one. This could be an electrifying one. Neither man here really primed for submission matches. Nice clothesline from the Macho Man. And a standing elbow drop to Dean Ambrose in the corner. And now Macho going for a neck hold, but Ambrose pokes him in the eyes while the ref isn't looking. And now Ambrose up behind, but Macho with a big-time arm drag. And he's got Ambrose up, but Ambrose gouges the eyes now. Just working on the eyes of Macho Man more than anything else. Cheaty tactics there. And now Ambrose with an inverted sleeper applied. This is that dragon right here. And Macho's really got to work hard to get out of this. The ropes are not an option in this hold, but he does indeed get out. Ambrose loses his grip. And now the champion is going back on the defensive as Macho Man is back up. And Ambrose with a snapmare into a stomp to the gut. But Macho gets up and runs at Ambrose. And one more stalling neck breaker, just throwing Ambrose across the ring. But Ambrose, another gouge to the eyes there. And now Macho Man has Ambrose up. Huge body slam to the United States Champion Dean Ambrose. And Macho trying to get into the corner there. He gets up. And once again, pointing sky high. Off the ropes. Huge elbow drop from the Macho Man to Dean Ambrose. Right across the chest. That man knows how to sell an elbow drop there. But there's Ambrose with another rake to the eyes. And now Macho getting kicked by Ambrose here. Ambrose twists the arm around. And now Macho with a club to the back. And he's got Ambrose from behind. And Ambrose with an elbow. And then into a jawbreaker on the Macho Man. And Ambrose going with the legs. Folds him up. Stretches the arm back. He's got him locked up here, ladies and gentlemen. Macho, again, not getting anywhere near the ropes with his legs locked up. He can't crawl whatsoever. He's got to work really hard to get out of this, but he does. Ambrose once again loses his grip. And now stomps on the arm of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. And Ambrose once again aiming his gun at Macho. Pulls the trigger. Whirls him around. He's got him in a headlock again. And another snapmare stunner. Face first into the mat goes the Macho Man. That is Ambrose's finishing maneuver. And now we've got a camel clutch. And Macho has a mile to crawl to get to the ropes, ladies and gentlemen. But he does get out of it with Ambrose on his back. And Ambrose going to whip Macho into the corner of the ring. But Macho kicks him in the back of the leg and gets out. Now working from behind. Ambrose reversing into a stunner. And Ambrose is on fire now. And he's got Macho locked up. Headlock applied into an elbow to the forehead. And another dragon sleeper applied, and Macho gets his foot to the ropes. Looks like he was just getting ready to tap out. And a sliding drop kick from Dean Ambrose. And now he's just choking Macho Man out. Ambrose, the young United States champion, in complete control of this match over the legend, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. But there's Macho reversing into a Russian leg sweep. And now with the legs of Dean Ambrose, rolls him over. Boston Crab applied, but Dean was right at the ropes. Now Macho from the front of Dean Ambrose here has him locked. One more snap suplex. And now with Ambrose down, surfboard stretch applied. Surfboard stretch applied. Oh, and Dean Ambrose has to tap out. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, beats the United States Champion by way of surfboard stretch submission. Non-title match here, ladies and gentlemen, but it was a submission match. They had to dig deep in the arsenal to really make sure that they could come out on top of this. Again, pardon the sniffles. My nose is completely full right now. I'm only breathing through my mouth. It's weird. And there is one more view of Dean Ambrose's finisher. He hit that twice during this match. But Macho there, that surfboard stretch, he'd been working over the body of Dean Ambrose the whole match, and that's all he had to use to win. Macho gets the win in a non-title match. Dolph Ziggler gets a huge win. Undertaker gets a big win. And here's Ambrose from behind after the match. He's going to sneak up on Macho Man, but Macho ducks out of the way, and the crowd loves it. And he punches him, and he's going to throw him out of the ring. Eventually, there it is. That was Raw, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you for NXT. Love it, love it, love it. If you like this video, show me by liking it. Subscribe. Do it all. Bye-bye.